Alright, what's up? We are back with the second segment. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope everybody has a safe holiday. Eat lots of turkey and watch some football. I'll be playing some football with my buddy Sam's up in Warren, so making the trip back home for the holiday. Alright. Matchup number 3. We got Bree's team. We got going up against the Colorado Nilla Killers. For Bree's team, she's having a heck of a season. Was in last for a while. She's come all the way back. Tied for second basically with 3 other people. So we'll see what happens. But she's got Kyle Orton at running back or quarterback. James Harrison at running back. Noshawn Moreno, who she put in there on my advice last week. He got her 18 big points. However, James Harrison really didn't get her anything, so she went down. And then she's got Desmond Mason, wide receiver, Hakeem Nicks, who got hurt as well, I believe, last week. Mohamed Massaquoi, Jason Witten, Philadelphia's defense. Kicker is Matt Bryant for Atlanta. Bench, Mercedes Lewis. I think she should put Mercedes Lewis in there for Jason Witten. And then she's got Steven Jackson also on the bench, but James Harrison didn't do any. He had a big game the week before, but then he didn't do anything this week, so I think she should definitely put in Steven Jackson maybe, or try to pick up somebody off waivers. Going against Colorado Nilla Killers. He's got Matt Schaub, who I threw away. Smitty picked up a couple of my throwaways. Who knows if it'll come back to hurt me, but maybe. Then he's got Adrian Peterson at running back. Pete. Jamal Charles at running back. Hines Ward, who suffered a head injury last week. Brandon Marshall. Jeremy Macklin. Aaron Hernandez at tight end. The Jets starting defense, who I also threw away. Smitty's building a whole team on my leftovers. Garrett Hartley at kicker. Then on the bench he's got Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's put up big fantasy points this year on a bad team. And then he's got Matt Forte on the bench as well. Matt Schaub's going against Tennessee. That might be a big game. Adrian Peterson. He's been a disappointment pretty much thus far, but he might be due for a big game. I'm going Colorado Nilla Killers this week, just on the strength that Hakeem Nicks is hurt and James Harrison. It appears Bree doesn't have a good replacement for him other than Steven Jackson, who's been disappointing a little bit lately. But if she could somehow fill those holes, she might be all right. But as it stands now, I'm going Nilla Killers to win that. Matchup number 4, Masternators at Carl's team. For Masternators, QB Drew Brees, Benjarvis Green Ellis, Ronnie Brown, Randy Moss, Lance Moore, Jabbar Gaffney, Vishanti Shanko. Pittsburgh's defense kicker Sebastian Janikowski. On his bench he's got Corey Ivory and Chad Ochocinco. Carl's team, Peyton Manning, Michael LeBurner Turner, LaShawn McCoy, Steve Smith, who I think is out, Donald Driver, who hasn't been doing anything, Julian Edelman, who hasn't been doing anything, Dallas Clark, who's out, New Orleans' defense, Robbie Gold's his kicker. He's got Mark Sanchez on the bench and Austin Collie, who he could put in there, but unfortunately I don't think Carl's paying much attention, so I'm going Masternators this week over Carl, just because Carl has a lot of people in there who haven't been producing and who are hurt, so he obviously hasn't been adjusting his lineup very much. On to matchup number 5. We have Team Swag and Zach's team. Team Swag, coached by Tommy Osh. Matt Castles is quarterback. Marion Barber, Thomas Jones, Deshaun Jackson, Mike Williams, Mike Sims Walker, Brent Selleck. Cleveland's his defense, Rob Baronis. Then he has Aaron Rodgers on the bench and Mike Tolbert. Aaron Rodgers has been playing beastie. You might have to throw him in there. I don't know. He is at Atlanta, so that might be a shootout. And he's been putting up big numbers this year, Tommy. So he's going up against Zach's team with Tom Brady, Rashard Mendenhall, Darren McFadden, Greg Jennings, Percy Harvin, Wes Welkers is wide receiver. Round out, tight end is Ben Watson. Defense and special teams is Arizona. Kicker is Nick Folk. On the bench, he's got Joe Flacco and Tim Hightower. I'm going to go Zach's team this week. I like his matchups. I don't know. I just have that feeling for Zach's team this week. I think maybe if Team Swag had Aaron Rodgers in there, I might feel differently. Mike Sims Walker's been a little disappointing. Brett Selleck might have a big game this week. Who knows if Mike Vick's going to use him as a target or not. So we'll see what happens with that. Wes Welker for Zach's team finally just scored his first touchdown in 3 or 4 games last week. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going with Zach's team. We'll be back next week for the season wrap-up, week number 13. We're going to see who's going to make the playoffs. The top 8 teams make it. And if it comes down to a tie, it's based on the amount of points you scored, so that is important. And that just about does it. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.